And we are back. You're listening to KXSU, the student radio station of Seattle University. And we're ready for our next language lesson. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Vitaly, and I'm a transfer student to Seattle University, and my native language is Russian language. And that will be the one language I will teach you today. With today's world globalization, it's nice to know something about other cultures and stuff like language. First and most important to know is how to introduce yourself in Russian. First impression is very strong impression. Our lesson will have three main parts, but all three parts are tightly bonded together. First is simple dialogues. Second is some vocabulary. And last one is putting lots of stress on letter R. It can be done in simple way, just like this. To ask in Russian, "Hi, how are you?" will be "Привет, как дела?" And if you want to say "I'm fine, thank you," you simply say "Хорошо, спасибо." If you noticed, I'm trying to put as much as I can stress on letter R, just like "Привет." This is one of the characteristics of Russian language. Word "thank you" is also common used in Russian language. Thank you will just be "спасибо." And in Russian language, same as in English, articulation plays a big role. When I'm saying "спасибо," I'm putting more stress over the second part of the word, which is "спасибо," which simply means thank you, or "извините," which means sorry. If you want to introduce yourself, you simply can say, "Hi, my name is Vitaly," or in Russian will be "Меня зовут Виталий, а тебя?" Or if you want to say "Good evening," you simply say "Добрый вечер." I'm also trying to put more stress on R and also articulation of the words. Next phase I want to teach you is how to ask if a person to whose speaker is talking is Russian. Ты русский? It means, are you Russian? In Russian language, the verb to be is called быть. Practicing this Russian conversation will give you a sense that you are understood some Russian conversations. All of those conversations are spoken by Russian on a daily basis. By trying to memorize them and practice them, this will help to introduce yourself and meet others. Now let's practice some vocabulary. Russian vocabulary contains 33 letters. 9 of them are vowels and 24 are consonants. In English, when we say vowel, like A, we make it softer toward the end. In Russian, all letters when are pronounced toward the end pronounced hard way. A in English and A in Russian. E in English, E in Russian. And now I'm gonna go through all 33 letters, so then you can hear and you can see what is that Russian alphabet. A, B, V, G, D, E, Ё, Ж, З, И краткий. К, Л, М, Н, О, П, Р, Т, У, Ф, Х, Ц, Ч, Ш, Щ, твердый знак, И, мягкий знак, Ю, Я. And it's very important, and the last very important rule is to emphasize a letter R. For example, as I said, hi, how are you? In English, we are not making big stress on R, but in Russian, хорошо, хорошо, it should be heard very well. In English, we use the word you for man, woman, and people of any age. However, in Russian, it is different. If you will say you to a teacher or your grandparents, they will take it as an offense. I can say ty, which means you, to anyone my age and younger. But if I want to show respect to older people or to professor, I should use verb вы, which means the same as you, but with more respect. I would like to conclude this lesson with positive note. Not anyone is able to learn another language fast way, but anyone can learn if enough effort will be involved. Thank you very much for listening.
Spasiba, Vitaly.
Пожалуйста.
How is that? Okay?
It is good.
Dobro. This is KXSU, and we'll be right back with our next language lesson very shortly.